This is a review of the Bow River Campground in Bow Valley Provincial Park in Alberta, Canada. We loved the view and how spaced out the campsites are at this park. You can see there's a paved road and then gravel sites, which are very level and just really around a bunch of wilderness. That's as close as our closest neighbor is. It was really nice. There was a picnic table. They had a fire pit as well. We use our own fire pit most of the time, though, and we used our own grill. There was not a grill there. You can see all the trees and stuff around us. Just behind those trees, there is the highway, Highway 1, which is the main highway from Calgary into Banff National Park. So there's a little bit of noise, traffic noise, throughout the day from the highway. But once you're in the RV, you can't hear it. If you were in a pop-up or a tent, though, you would have to be listening to that highway traffic throughout the night, so wouldn't be ideal. Or you would want to find a site further in the park and not along the edge by the road. We had plenty of space at our site to fit our RV and our tow vehicle, so that was not a problem. Out in the distance there, you can see where there's some restrooms if you didn't have one on your RV. There's also some bear box spaces, so if you are in a tent or pop-up, you're going to need to use the bear boxes to keep your food safe while you are out and about. There, like I mentioned before, there's a paved road, and that's a great place if the kids want to ride bikes. If you just follow down that road at the bend there, you're at the Bow River, which is really beautiful. And you can see how much space we have between our neighbor and all the wooded area between us. So nice big spaces, beautiful tall trees. Really was a very nice campsite. And I think it was about $40 a night. That is non-refundable. We actually chose this campsite because we could not get into a campsite at Banff National Park, but this is located just outside of the city of Canmore, so it makes it a nice location if you're still wanting to go to Banff, but you just can't quite get into the national park. You can see here where the electrical and the water hookups are. There's no septic. The closest dump station is the visitor center in Canmore, but it's pretty crowded there, so if you can wait, you might just wait till you can get to the next spot where you can dump the gray tank and black. I would say we were about 10 minutes to downtown Canmore, probably about 30 minutes or so into the exit for downtown Banff, and then another 20 minutes away from Lake Louise and Moraine Lake. This is a feel for what the campsites all look like across the park, just kind of driving through. And here's where they have the recycle and some extra trash cans and larger showers towards the entrance of the park. There's the entrance where it forks, and then you go off into your areas. An example of the bear boxes that are here if you are in a tent or are a pop-up. And then there is the Bow River off to the side. So you can see wonderful river access and head down and enjoy the river. They have a few warnings to mention about different things in the water, things to look out for, stuff like that. So, but you are allowed to explore the water and kind of enjoy your time here. We didn't spend a lot of time in the water because we spent so much time in Banff. Just another shot here of the Bow River. And then this is Banff, downtown Banff. We were actually there for Canada Day, an overcast day, but it was still beautiful nonetheless. So you're pretty close to the city. Also, not that much further, you can head up to Lake Louise. This is an image of Lake Louise where we spent most of our time during the day. And then you're not that far from Moraine Lake either. So probably about an hour, hour and a half up to these lakes from the Bow River Campground. But a good place to stay if you can't get into one of the campsites in Banff.